I'm in a little bit of a different space. Hope it doesn't weird everyone out. I just moved my desk to a different room in the house. I just felt like I needed more light. And this room happens to be very light. So, happy full moon, everyone. Hi. Let's see, let me check the lighting here. Turn that up. All right, a little bit better. Better. Kind of echoey though, but it's okay. So I hope everyone is doing amazing. This full moon is beautiful. It's powerful, right? Super moon. I had like a really cool morning. I mean, a lot of the times, right, there's magical things that happen all the time, but I was like, just the way that I woke up and the energy that I felt, and then like, just, I don't know, you know, like just this very powerful, magical change energy, like big change, which I know that we know that, but the full moon represents that. Full moon represents the change of a season for the moon, right? The cycles or whatever. And then when I made my coffee, I like went out, you know, to sit on my front porch like I always do. And it was literally right as I walked out with my coffee, I heard geese, like a whole bunch of them, you know. And as we get to the, you know, the burr months, right? I shared it on my Instagram because I caught video of it. It was a lot of them, but you know, it becomes more common, you know, especially here in the Northern Hemisphere where it's like getting closer to that fall. The geese are gonna start their migrations and things, you know, but, and I've seen them in, you know, mostly the V formations, and sometimes they spread apart or like move, and, you know, but I've never seen geese like break away from the formation and go like all these separate ways. And that's what they did. I mean, not all of them, but several of them. And then there were 3 that like flew over my house, my home. And then there were 3 that broke away, a different 3 from the formation. And they completely turned around, going the opposite way of all the geese, and flew back to my house and flew literally right over the top of me. Like my video caught their underbellies, like super close. And I was like, holy shit, oh my God. So, you know, the geese represent a lot of different kind of things, you know, if you look up the spiritual meaning, but, you know, one big energy is, you know, soulmate energy, twin flame energy, much like the swan or the penguin, you know, that kind of a thing. But like, you know, geese, they do mate for life. And if something happens to the mate, they don't find another mate. Like they will fly solo for the rest of their lifetime. So I just thought it was really powerful, and the fact that it was like the 3, like, you know, and I honestly haven't been getting a lot of like three synchronicities, you know, like 333 and stuff like that. You know, my numbers have been different recently. One thing I do keep seeing though, like a lot, is the 369 or like 936 or 639, you know, like that, those kinds of things. But actually I think maybe that's a lie, because now that I'm thinking about it, not a lie, but I have been seeing like 933, like things like that, which is, you know, all those 3s, 9 is 333. So, anyways, okay. So the title of this was, I don't remember exactly, but it was more along the lines of, the magic and change, because, oh, that was another thing. When I went on my walk, like this breeze, not even a breeze, it was wind. It wasn't a breeze. It like picked up, and oh, you know what I should say? The list is closed. The list is closed. I'm so sorry. I should have said that first. For the live card pulls after, it is closed. I already have 21 people on the list, and that's kind of, you know, I mean, what I could do maybe is like maybe go live a bit tomorrow, and, you know, today or Friday or whatever, you know, but I mean, I don't mind. Well, I don't got anything going on. That's a lie. I do have a lot going on. But I think Friday, I don't know, I have to look at my schedule, but I do have some clients, I believe, in like the morning and early part of the day. And then as far as like clients go and appointments go, I don't know if I have any after that. Anyways, okay, so I don't know where I want to start with the card pulls, but oh, let me go back to my walk. That's what I got sidetracked with the announcement. You know, where I live is like agriculture, and there's, you know, corn fields everywhere, you know, different, you know, where I live is corn, you know, and I have dairies near, like, you know, the property next to mine is a big old dairy, lots of Jersey cows, which are the black and white cows. I'm sorry, are the brown cows. The Jerseys are the brown cows, the brown milk cows that you see. The Holstein is the black and white ones. But anyways, just, you know, like different animal life and stuff like that, but nothing like crazy or whatever. But like out of nowhere, there's just been a lot of just really different birds, and birds that I know are like in the area, but you don't really see them a whole lot. Like, obviously birds in pairs. Oh, that was another thing when I was on my walk. There was another 2 geese that just flew like right over me together. But that was like later when I was on my walk. But the corn started like picking up and swaying, and like, you know, and for me, that's how I communicate with, you know, spirit and, you know, the earth and through Mother Nature and stuff. And that's how I receive a lot of like what I even know I'm in a channel. Like I'll wake up and I can feel, you know, I think I described it with when I posted the geese video, was like, it's this, because after I mean, it was so noisy with the honking of the geese, you know, they're honking. And as soon as that passed, it was silent, like silent as a crypt. And it was just for me, like very like symbolic of the fact that like things are going to just start flying in and picking up, and we're already feeling that, but it's also going to like have this like calmness to it that we receive like in our lives and, you know, relationships, and just, you know what I mean? Like the calm after the storm. And I feel that we have been going, I mean, we've been literally like in an energy storm in a sense, with just everything going on like astrologically. And, you know, the Schumann has been going just like was going off the charts. Like the summer was very energetically like chaotic. I mean, it was beautiful in so many ways, but it was a lot. It was intense. It is still intense. But there's this like calmness that September brings with it in a way, you know. I know Venus goes direct in a few days or something like that. I want to say the 4th, but don't ever quote me on astrological dates. I'm not an astrologer, but you know, I pay attention because how I work with it, right? Somewhere in the beginning of September. And I don't know if there's anything else that goes direct. I think, you know, some of the planets that are in retrograde, they're in retrograde for quite a while, you know, usually. I want to say like Saturn and Pluto and stuff. I think, is it Saturn that goes direct in October? I don't know, so you don't listen to me. But anyways, there's just a calmness. And when I was walking, it was totally still and calm. There wasn't a breeze around. And then all of a sudden, the wind just picks up, right? The full moon, the energy pool of the full moon, and the waves that it's creating, you know, with the air and with the ocean and water and everything too, right? Kind of normal to, you know, see wind pick up at times during the full moon and things like that. But it was very divine, you know. So, and immediately it was like the winds of change. And there was this nostalgic energy. Like, do you remember when, you know, well, I don't know, maybe you guys won't resonate with this. But when I was young, like, you know, and this is the mystic in me, this is the priestess in me, you know, because even when we were younger, you know, those of us who are like this, you know, we were, actually, I just saw a meme yesterday on Instagram, and it was perfect analogy. And it was like, children, you know, oftentimes when children are born, they're born wiser and with more wisdom than their parents. Not it like they're an older energy and more wise than their own parents. And then it said, not obviously like in an age way, right? But in a soul way. And that is so true with so many of us light workers and star seeds, right? So anyways, where are we at? 10 minutes? Okay. So when I was young, I could smell, you know, there was a certain time of year, right? With the seasons, you could just sense it. You were so connected to it, you know? So to me, it's the nostalgic energy of the scent, the smell of the air that the season brings. End of summer, moving towards autumn, moving towards the fall equinox. Like, you know, I'm an October baby, so it was a very, you know, just that time of year for me in general. Halloween, my favorite holiday. October, hands down my favorite month. Not because of my birthday, but because of, you know, the little mystic witchy poo in me, right? And I've always been like that, you know, but I could smell it, I could taste it. And that's how this morning was for me. It felt like I was, you know, 7 years old again or something, and standing outside, and I could sense and feel all of the shifts and the changes happening through nature, through weather, through our lives, through everything. You know, at that time it would have been like, I don't know, elementary school, but yeah, a lot of you guys would probably resonate with that. So anyways, I'm going to get into the message. There is great change amongst you, us, we, all of us. You know, in many ways, the world is already looking so different. Everything's going to start shifting and changing even more so. You know, this isn't a time to adapt, but I don't want to, you know, adapt with and be in the flow with it. But like, I'm not saying adapt to, you know, certain things like, oh, just roll over and take it. You know what I mean? It's not like that. It's just not to, you know, have resistance with things, you know, and as the change happens or as things come up for us where it's like, you know, something, you know, that you got to release, or something that's got to go, or a behavior that needs to stop, you know, something that's not serving us, right? Like anything that's not serving us. I just lost my train of thought of that. But anyways, it can be uncomfortable, then it can create waves, right? So, you know, don't let it take you over. That was kind of the message and the point, you know. You know, with Mercury retrograde and everything else going on, there is like a, you know, people, they, you know, that's what Mercury retrograde, it rules communication, right? So, you know, that last Mercury retrograde, my guides were like, Erica, shut off the comments on your channel, because people are going to go fucking AWOL, you know? And before I even, you know, had a chance to do that, like I was already seeing like, oh yeah, that's, you know, and that's what it does though, right? It can, you know, it's good in ways, but it's also like very triggering for people in ways. And they can be very pop off. They can just fly off the handle, go AWOL. You know, especially if you're like, you know, someone who's, you know, in control in those ways where you're not reactive, you're more observant and just like flowy energy and just chill. Like, you know, it can be very triggering to people who are like very anxious or have any kind of like, you know, mental stuff, or, you know, just really in their shadow in those times, you know, like stuff like that, right? So, and I know that a lot of people are experiencing it because I've seen comments and I've had people like, you know, comment over on Instagram or send like a little message, or, you know, send an email or something of like, holy shit, like, you know, you were just talking about this, or this happened, or, you know, because that energy has been coming up a lot recently with that triggering and stuff. So anyways, I'm going to get into the message real fast. We're 14 minutes in. Perfect. So yeah, so I hope everyone's doing amazing. And yes, it's a very magical time, you know, it has been, you know, but I just feel September and October are just like, what I'm getting is, or what I want to say is, they're the mystic months. These are like the mystical months. Like, don't ask me what that means, except for what you think of when I say that. Right? Like, these are mystical months, mystical moments. Magic is in the air. And I got, magic is fleeting, but that's what the muggle thinks. That's what people think. But to us, like, magic is not fleeting. Magic is not fleeting. Magic is all around us all the time, through everything, always, you know. But these particular times, it's very, very magical. So there's like a busyness in the air, in the energy. It's very like busy almost, but it's weird. It's like calm at the same time is how I feel it. And that's how I feel the divine masculine energy is feeling too. Like this, like, you know, but I feel that they're finding these moments of peace and like, you know, thinking and it's like they're really, because they're, you know, aligning more, right, and stuff. So it's like they used to be just go, 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 you know, wake up, you know, in the morning and bing, and then just right throughout the day. Like, because of the soul alignment, they're starting to like feel the necessity of, you know, taking your time with things. Life is, there's no race here, you know. Slow down, be present, love on yourself a bit. Like, no one's gonna punish you for not showing up for this, that, or the other. Like, you know what I mean? So they really are taking a page from the Divine Feminine's book, you know, but it's because they're healing these parts of themselves and, you know, rising more into who they truly are, you know. So, and then for me, that brings like the, you know, they connect a lot of this stuff to you, you know, when they find themselves wanting to just like, you know, breathe or meditate or, you know, spend time outside in nature or under the stars and the moon or sitting out under the sun, you know, there's this, again, nostalgic energy of them thinking of the feminine, of like, you know, almost in a sense like, wow, this is the kind of stuff that like they do, like, you know, like this is not the kind of stuff I do, but I get it. Like, again, I said this the other day, like for some, it's like the things that maybe they thought were just different about you, a little woo-woo or whatever, wherever there was any kind of like, you know, judgment made, they're seeing like how wrong they were about you and how they deceived themselves in such a huge way, you know. The moon was just on the bottom of the deck. Oh, nope, I lost it. Two of Pentacles. Oh, there it is, it's peeking. There it is. The moon card. The shadow. I'm gonna pull on this because that's what I feel is the shadow. The shadow is coming up a lot for many. Obviously the moon kind of, you know, the moon is the energy of that, you know, it is the shadow energy. It can be like releasing shadow aspects of self, facing shadow parts, releasing, you know, the darkness that looms over you in your life, you know, just like the full moon, it's the release, you know, ending something, the end of a phase to start something new. You know, and the moon card in the tarot is ruled by Pisces, even though Zodiac's sign Pisces is not ruled by the moon. Cancer is. We do have the crab here, right? And what I'm getting is all paths lead to home. I literally just heard that. All paths lead to home. What's home, right? Home is feminine. Home is self, first and foremost. That's what they're learning and, you know, really kind of stepping into is like, I don't need anyone outside of myself, you know, like they're realizing the fulfillment that they can, you know, give to themselves, you know, self-love, happiness, you know, healing themselves, you know, it always, which is what codependency is on so many levels, is we go outside of ourselves. That's what karmic situations are. When we go out, like romantically, we go outside of ourselves, you know, and we want this person to heal us. We want this person to lift us up, make us feel better. You know, there's like so many instances and situations where, you know, take example, you know, where you don't feel like you're anything without this person, you know, like that's that's where many of us have been, you know, or we've had moments of that in our past with situations like that, right? They're healing these parts in such a huge way. The not feeling good enough, and you know, kind of, you know, doubting self and shaming self and all of that. That's like really big actually coming through. And again, that would, you know, be the shadow. Okay. Two of Pentacles, figuring it out. But I also get that busyness. Like I said, I was getting that busyness, like, you know, a lot going on, but also I feel this calmness too, that's lingering around, you know, in a way. Like basically, like the more that they figure it out, the more that they start, you know, feeling that harmony more, and that calmness, you know, releasing the anxiety stuff. Okay, look at all this blue energy. Blue moon. Yeah. The blue moon, right? Once in a blue moon, miracle energy. It is that energy for sure, you know. Like, for me, this is a really powerful, you know, auspicious time. Even though the full moon is about release, right? This is a powerful time to manifest some things, you know. With, you know, we've been in the full moon energy in the full moon portal, and, you know, speaking positive affirmations about the things you want to pull in, bring in. Again, very magical, very auspicious energy to work with, to manifest with, right? And even if there's things that you want to release, magical, powerful time to do that. Escaping my mental prison, escaping my hell. That's literally like what I got. Clarify escaping my prison, my mental prison, which that's what the Eight of Swords is, but there's a nervousness here that like I've been feeling for the most part of the day, like an anxiety, nervousness, where it's not mine, it's collective energy. So, you know, what I get kind of how it is for the divine masculine is there's this anxious nervousness, this right here, about talking about and communicating the shadow parts of their life, the shit that they've been holding back, hiding, the secrets, that kind of stuff. But it's not to you or to the divine feminine. It's to other people around them in their lives. Your conversations are coming, like communication and things of that nature are, you know, that's a huge reason as to why many of these masculines are doing that, because they see the truth. They see, you know, what is their true path and what is their true north and what is, it's the road less traveled, but it's the path of least resistance, you know. That's what they're realizing, you know. Yeah, difficult conversations that they're having with people around them. And not just karmic energy, like third parties, people they've been married to or with or in a partnership with or whatever. This is about like, they're not taking shit from people. Do you know what I mean? Like they've been, it doesn't matter how, you know, confident this person acts and how, you know, in their power they are and act, and how people view them as this pillar of strength or whatever, you know, facade. It's a facade on so many levels, right? And when you guys met, it started, they realized that's like what we mirrored to them, right? And so many levels is the facade that we both are living in the lives that we live and think, right? And it's about coming back to our truest, purest forms of self, right? Where was I going with that? Fuck, Mercury retrograde. This keeps happening to me so bad over the last few days with readings, like clients, personals. I'm like, oh gosh, where was I going with that? Anyways, it'll circle back. Six of Cups is on the bottom of the deck here. It's nostalgia, but gosh, what was I saying about that? Difficult conversations. Thank you. They're doing what's necessary and what they've been dragging their heels with and what they've been trying to avoid doing, like conversations. There's so many karmic situations. People I know personally, like, clients of mine, people here on the channel, leaving comments on my other social platforms of things that, that I shared. Like, so many people are at their wits' end and they're choosing self when it comes to karmic situations. Because this is the time of alignment, right? So if it's out of alignment with our truth and the way that we see ourselves living and the things that are coming through for us, we're not gonna entertain it. We're not gonna put up with it. And we're certainly, if we're in something and we start feeling that way, we're gonna feel the motivation to get out of it. So these difficult conversations that people have been, and it happens for you guys too, me, like all of us in different situations and things of that nature. This is happening not just, romantically, but platonically too. Maybe it's with a friend, a certain friend you need to have a serious conversation with or pull away from, and you need to like tell them why, or something else, or whatever it is, a parent or a sibling, or, a person at your job or at work, a coworker. I don't know. But anyways, they're having the talks, which is why I'm feeling the anxiety and the nervousness. I feel like I've been talking for an hour because I've been saying so much, just right? And it's only 26 minutes in. I'm really proud of myself. Because I'm already like getting closer to, kind of wrapping up the message. So anyways, all of you guys in here, thank you for being here with me, for joining me. I like being in this space. I like being in this space and reading in this space. So I think I'm going to make this my space for a while. So anyways, I mean, that's kind of like the joy of like living on your own and stuff. You don't have to, if I want to like pick up and move my desk 14 times a year into different parts of my house, I can do it, Actually, when I first moved into this house back in March, I did set up my desk in this room, but in a different area. And I don't remember why I moved it, but so anyways, okay, so let's see what card this is. It flew out and it landed upside down. Okay, so it's Temperance, Sagittarius energy, air signs, Pisces and Cancer, and Temperance. I'm coming home. Tell the world. And I uploaded, there was a reading that I did yesterday, and it was like two energies, multiple people, like, being magnetized into you, towards you, right? Meeting someone new, like just, that's like in the energy really big. That's like in the air. It just keeps coming through for me. I keep seeing it. I keep feeling it. You guys have really raised your vibrations, and it's divine timing here with Temperance for you to receive. I'm hearing the light of your life, but for some, it's not the DM or the runner quote, right? It's someone different, but for a lot of you guys, it is the DM, it is them. But this is a card of the angels and card of healing. And then we have Libra showing up with Justice. Libra season, we're in Virgo season. Libra season is next. Happy birthday to all my Virgos out there. Yeah, and literally like the first card out, like the moon energy here, it was, we're in the super full blue moon, whatever, right? From this full moon to the start of Libra season, which is what, September, I don't know, 22nd, 23rd, somewhere around there. It's gonna be like pop-off energy on so many levels. And for many of you guys, you know, that breakthrough energy, it happens in that time, you know, and, you know, don't quote me specifically on that, right? Because time is not linear, but the way that I feel it is like, and I'm like, specifically, I'm getting that, looking down at the moon card, and then this. It's like, from now to then. Or we'll say through Libra season, how about that? But I feel it very strongly from now till when Libra season starts and Virgo season ends. And the biggest yes card that we could possibly receive agrees. The Sun card. All these major arcanas back to back to back to back. And you guys saw me shuffle. Several different ways I shuffled and all the, you know, but this is that magical energy. That magical nostalgic energy. And I saw some comments of those of you guys, you know, just because again, when I'm channeling, because when I get, it's bad enough right now with Mercury in retrograde, I keep losing my path, you know, but I get back on it. But oftentimes when I'm reading, right, I try not to look at the comments until I'm done because it will pull me out of what I'm doing. But I did see like just kind of the words of like you guys agreeing of the seasons and being able to smell it in the air, right? You can smell it, you know, just like, you know, for certain people, certain scents and stuff, it reminds you of, you know, like the sense of things are, it's like one of our most powerful like senses to trigger memories and past life stuff. And like, it's very strong, very strong. Like you could smell rose water, you know. When I was little, my grandma and my great grandmother, my mom's mom, okay, and my Gigi and my great grandmother, her mom, when I used to visit or when I would be with them or whatever, my grandma had rose bushes, like no matter where she lived, because she was kind of a gypsy soul herself. Not like she moved all over the world, but she moved like frequently, you know, like she didn't rest easy, I guess, in one spot for a very long time. You know, she needed fresh and new and like, you know, that kind of stuff. But we would pick roses. We would pick the roses and take the fresh rose petals, and we would make, you know, fresh rose water, and we would put, you know, whatever, I don't know what we put in it, you know, she would do it with me, but it was like, you know, amazing, you know. But yeah, just little things like that, because, you know, rose water and just things like that, you know, we that's what we used for like, you know, perfume and, you know, just things of that nature back, you know, when, and for different things too. But yeah, the sense and, you know, the smell of things is very powerful, very powerful. Yeah, you can smell the rain coming. Yeah. Yep, different clouds. Yep, different clouds. Yeah. You can smell it, you know, in the air, you know. You can taste it, you can feel it, you know. It's so thick, you can cut it with a knife, you know, it's like that. All right, so big old fat yes to this, and this is the revelation. This is the big reveal, you know. For me, this is like spirit going, this is the things that you're gonna start seeing stuff very fast, very soon. If you're not already seeing it, okay, if you're my clients or you guys have worked with me, with whatever, in anything, you know, even with these live card pulls that I do, many of you guys, and this is just a fact, it's a thing, and I say this, like when you work with me, you become activated. Even just watching the channel and following the channel, it's activating. You're gonna start opening up more. You're just right along with everything happening. But like my clients will specifically reach out to me and follow up with me and let me know like the crazy stuff that has started happening since our session, and the things that I said, this will start happening, you'll start noticing this will come in, and they're just like, whoa, this is crazy, like everything you said. But yeah, like my synchronicities are what you said, this is what, you know, and I feel like my gifts are coming through, you know, all of that, right? Why am I talking about that? Because it had something to do with what I was talking about. The revelation, the sun, opening up gifts. Okay, so part of what is happening and part of the big changes, it's not just exterior, it's not just, you know, outside, out there, and material things and all that. you know, it's you changing and shifting and opening up more and becoming more in tune, online, activated, you know, just knowing things, remembering things, feeling stronger, more in your power. Like, I can conquer, I can do anything. Like, you know, it's that kind of stuff. And it's also, you know, something being revealed here with the situation. Oh yeah, there's that too. That kind of connects to that. So, you know, and let's just pull a few more and then I'm gonna, I don't know, where are we at? 35 minutes? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. I wanna get some messages. I wanna get some messages for everybody from specifically the person, you know, your DM or the person that you're watching tarot for, or the person most on your mind, or whatever you wanna say. You know, and you know, and I have to say, like, you know, what I'm picking up on and channeling is for divine, you know, for divine unions, you know. And I don't ever want anyone like waiting on someone and feeling like, oh, I just, you know, because I read the comments, so I see comments, and a lot of people that comment and say things like, you know, oh, it's been, you know, 10 years and, you know, blah, 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 blah. Like, you know, a lot of time it's just not even, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say this to anyone, like, you know, because it's not my place or anyone's place to say yes or no or whatever. But a lot of it is like just obsession. It's you can't let go of someone who's got a karmic hold on you, and it's not a divine counterpart, you know. You know, and one big way that you know if it's like if it's like a twin flame, you're different. Like, you're unrecognizable from the point like when you guys met, you know, like you're just embodying so much high level energy and love, self-love. Like you're, you know, you have drastically shifted and changed and transformed, like drastically, like, you know, cause that's what it does when you activate each other, right? For the feminine will rise much faster and, you know, all that blah, we know that stuff. But I don't want anyone ever like feeling, you know, we should never be waiting for anybody in our life. Like, if we're waiting, if we're feeling miserable, if we're feeling like so sad because this person is not coming back and they're just the love of your life and all these things and blah, 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 right? Like, I'm not being insensitive, but what I'm saying is that is codependency. That is not what we're here to do, ever, ever. That is the karmic stuff. And that's what I mean is, I want to say this to help people, not to hurt anyone. You know what I mean? That would never be my intention. I want to help everybody. So if you're watching readings and, you know, and another thing is, like, don't get frustrated with the readers or with the messages, because, you know, you watch message after message and you feel like it always says your person's coming and they never do. There's timelines involved. This is a collective message, not a personal, right? Like, there's so many factors to that, right? But if you feel like, you know, that just, you know, I'm trying to explain so no one's waiting on someone or something where it is that, you know what I mean? And again, we should never be waiting on anyone. We should be leveling up. We should be, you know, starting our businesses. We should be kicking ass at, you know, in our careers and at work. We should be taking care of our physical vessels, loving on ourselves in so many ways, having fun, you know, being open to soulmate energy, to other people, you know, stuff like that, you know, new friendships and whatever it is, you know, because that's what it is, right? Our healing journey, our ascension journey, and to, you know, have fun while we're here, right? Because I am, and I know it's also the energies. A lot of people feel like, you know, down, or the you know, the shadow things are coming up and just feeling heavy with people right now, and have been, you know, so again, very important that we do that, you know, because there's people here, obviously, in the spiritual community and stuff, that are here to always bring love and support and assist. But at the end of the day, it is our journey, and we have to be the ones to be responsible with our journey, with ourselves, with our energy, all of that. Like, there's no one on the face of the planet that's here to fix you, you know? And that's what I mean, you know. I guess, I don't know, this is my Aries rising, Aries moon. Like, I am so loving, but sometimes it's tough love, and sometimes tough love is the best kind of love, you know what I mean? So yeah, so if you feel like that's you, where, you know, And one, you know, one way, like if you've been waiting on someone for, 3 years, but you guys were together for 2 years prior, and it was just like, abusive, verbally abusive or mentally abusive, or this person was, non-supportive of you, or very jealous or very possessive, or, you were like that with each other, or you name called each other, and it was just this constant blah, 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 right? That's not a divine union. That's not right, because you brought out the devil within one another. That's how you bring out that devil energy. You bring out that darkness energy. You trigger each other in those ways, in the ways that you need to heal that energy, not live it, right? Every day with someone. So anyways, most of you guys here, you are on some kind of divine journey, because on my channel, that's what I've attracted. That's because you attract what you are. Like attracts like. And I am someone on my twin flame journey. I am, a light worker. I am a starseed. So I'm going to attract that which is me on so many levels, right? So again, like, I don't want anyone to feel discouraged either. But I just, like I said, I love everybody so much, and I care. I never want anyone to be like, oh yeah, I'm, misled. I'm on the twin flame journey, and, my twin flame was super toxic to me, or, they do black magic with their karmic on me, or, just stuff like that. You just know right there, it's not your person. That's not a twin or a past life soulmate in that regard. Maybe a karmic past life soulmate, but not your divine counterpart, right? So, and the reason why I bring it up too is because I've been seeing it a lot on here, on Instagram, even when I watch other readers, or a reading from someone else or something, and I see the comments, I'm seeing it collectively, whether it's through my own stuff or elsewhere. And I think that's important. I think more readers should talk about that stuff. I think they should really make it a point to differentiate, to help people bring healing to whatever they need healing with. Sorry guys, I totally was not getting any of the comments because I don't know why, but anyways, as you guys comment, the comments are on the screen. I'm, usually they're right there at the bottom of the screen. Like I can, see them, very small white writing though, just like probably how you see it, right? I don't know if it's that small or if it's just my eyeballs. Cause I do wear glasses, but but it gets stuck where, like, as you guys are going, instead of it, like, moving with as the comments come in and right, so I always see like the newest comments or whatever. It doesn't do that. Sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't. So anyways, I wasn't seeing. So, all right. So I'm glad that you guys are having fun amongst yourselves. That always makes me happy. And you guys are all like so welcome for, everything, and I think you guys too. And I said this the other day in a reading where it's like, that's, I'm a truth teller. So I have to speak the truth. So I have to speak the truth no matter what, when it comes through, right? Plus there's like, that's like really bad karma, right? Like to lie and to, which I would never do, but sometimes it's not the easiest stuff to share or to talk about, because it could be very triggering. It could be very triggering to people. But yeah. All right, so anyways, going back to the message, we wrap this up, 43 minutes. Okay, yeah. King of Swords, there he is. Queen of Wands, bottom of the deck. There is karmic partners getting the axe. Getting the sword. Getting xed out with the sword. Metaphorical sword. The word sword. And that's what I meant. When I was like getting like the difficult conversations and all of that, right? We had 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas and 1 minor arcana. We had King of Swords. And now we have a queen, but this for me right now, she's karmic energy. Like this is someone that the masculine thought was like on their level or something like that. At one point they were on each other's levels because, they were both whatever in the lower vibrations. But for me, I feel this so strongly. Like he is, it's like he is the sun. Like the sun is just like radiating out like so much clarity and truth, and like I'm in my power and all of that, you know. But it's, you know, he's the king of truth and honesty, and he, you know, him and Queen of Swords, right, rule the justice scales together. Cool. So they are balancing out as the energy. We've been seeing that here and there, you know. But with this full moon, and for me, Venus going direct, it's a lot of like just that emotional love, like, you know, very feeling it very, very, very strongly kind of energy. So, you know, they maybe have been dragging their heels a bit of like speaking their truth for some, you know, having that difficult conversation. Nobody wants to, you know, break someone's heart. Nobody wants to hurt someone unless you're a psychopath or a sociopath or whatever. You know, that's like when, you know, you're a psychopath when you don't have remorse or you don't feel anything for hurting people, right? Look, after her is the Death card. See, it's an end. I'm putting an end to these things, and I'm creating the change in my life. And with the Knight of Swords, it's that like faster moving energy, the impulsive energy, you guys. I don't know, because when I record my readings, like I'll remember them, but then, you know, of course, like I forget. I just did a reading very recently, maybe yesterday, I don't know. I don't think it was yesterday, where I talked about the impulsive energy like coming through. No, actually, I think that was yesterday's reading. I think that was yesterday's reading. Yeah, because it was the one about the two people, and the two first cards were both Aries. They were both number one, and I said both these people want to be your number one. Whoever I'm talking to, they want, like, you have two people watching you. One, very strongly, a divine masculine energy that you have known and been connected to, a soulmate or a twin, whatever. And then another energy here that is a soulmate energy. Yeah. Impulsive. So masculines could feel possibly that other energy, like I said in that message. And that's come up a few times, and you're probably going to see other readers maybe talk about that or feel it, pick up on it. Very strong, both of them, though. Very strong. And impulsive is fast. It's a fast energy, right? You guys, there could be some things for you guys too, where that impulsive energy shows up, right? Where it's like an impulsive last minute little, you know, I'm gonna just go away for the weekend and get myself an Airbnb, you know, because I deserve it, right? Or, you know, an impulsive, like, you know, decision, you know, to, I don't know, go get a tattoo, you know, I'm gonna go get a tattoo. I just feel like getting a tattoo. Or impulsive, I'm gonna chop all my hair off. I'm gonna shave my head. You know, I don't know. But that's what I get. It's like impulsive energy connecting to change, connecting to the changes of something, or the change to self, or, you know, like that. I'm going to change my life. I don't know. All right. Well, let's just get one over the top, please. Actually, 3. Let's get 3. There's power in that 3. The Holy Trinity. God's source, masculine and feminine. The Holy Trine. The 3 geese that flew over me. The 3 geese that flew over my house before the 3 geese flew over me. 2 different sets of 3. Heart chakra. Card number 4. The parts of the heart that needed that needed healing. And I'm not saying this person is magically like all completely healed. None of us are. But their heart chakra, the parts of the heart that needed to be healed when it came to, you know, self-love, self-worth, confidence, and just loving self. Those parts have been healed. They're healing those parts. You know, to the feminine, it may feel like nothing is happening on their end, or there's been no movement or whatever, you know, but if you are a divine feminine, like especially if you're a twin, you can feel a lot. You can feel a lot. Like you can pick up on a lot of stuff because you're, you know, of the bond that you share telepathically. So, you know, basically, observe is on the bottom. There's that watching again. I mean, I'm tired of saying it. I'm tired of saying it. They are watching you in the astrals. They're coming to you in the dreams, in the astral. They're watching you online. They're watching you, observing you. Win or lose. This card, it's like the 5 of Swords. Okay, this person, they're going to do what it takes. Win or lose. Whether I win this person or I've lost this person, I bring forth the Ace of Swords. I bring forth the Ace of Swords. Pay attention to the color blue and the color green, also the color purple. Those are going to be powerful colors for you guys right now. Who this message is for, you're going to see it, you know. Readers that, you know, or maybe you've been very drawn to wear those colors recently, or maybe you should wear those colors. I don't know. But you're going to start seeing it. You're going to see it. You're going to see the colors. Believe and succeed. Yeah, see, exactly. 5 and 6, 56. It could be someone's age. For some of you guys, there is an age difference here. Very common with twin flames. I mean, to have certain, you know, 3D things that may seem like a challenge or, you know, unacceptable or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, 56, 65, but it breaks down to that 11. 5 plus 6 is 11. Master number 11 here. So no matter what, I'm going to do what it takes, whether I win or lose. You know, before I was staying in karmic situations and I was not, you know, fixing my life because I didn't want to go through that feeling of defeat. I don't want to go through that feeling of everyone looking at me like a loser because, you know, I'm getting divorced, or, you know, I'm now a single parent, or, you know, just, oh, you know, wasn't this your, you know, second marriage? Like, you know, I was so afraid of the judgments of what other people were going to say and think that I just held on even though I didn't want to, or I felt like I shouldn't any longer. All that shit doesn't matter to me anymore. I no longer care about the judgments of others. I believe. And because I believe, I will succeed. They are believing in success here with you, okay? Yeah, and then on the bottom of the deck here is a well-deserved reward. You are the reward for them. I mean, you guys are that for each other. You know what I mean by that is like, you are everything that they hoped for, wished for, prayed for. Like, you were the person of their dreams, the love of their life. But because of all, we know the story, right? Like they couldn't see it, or they denied it, or whatever, but they always felt it. And that's what I'm saying. They're going like, this is like a reward. Like, this is the universe and God going like, here you go. Like, we know you've been through shitty relationship after shitty relationship, and marriage and hardships, and your family sucked, and like, you know, all these things. Like, here's one of your biggest rewards. You know, and that's kind of why they, you know, have been shameful too, right? Like, embarrassed that they turned down the love of their life, or this like wish fulfillment reward energy. Look, they want to rebuild. They want to rebuild. So they're detaching. They're no longer just daydreaming. They're like taking action in ways, like actual action, because they know that this is love. It's time to move, and it's time to trust in their visions and take the lead. They know it's going to be a challenging time, but they have to release. Again, the cards lining up perfectly, right? All right. So anyway, so that's what I have for you guys today with all of this stuff going on. You know, there's, again, a lot of change. We had major arcana transformation change here. Change your thoughts, change your life. Dr. Wayne Dyer. That's what they're doing. For some of you guys, that's what, you know, maybe that's something for you guys too. I miss talking to you. I lied to you and I regret it. I'm with someone new. Okay, for some of you guys, in separation, maybe they did that. Maybe they started seeing someone new. I take full responsibility for ruining us. Yeah, see, you know, I chose someone new over you or whatever the situation is. I don't know, right? But for many of you guys out there, that's what happened. And I lied and I regret it and I take full responsibility. I'm seeing things for the way that they truly are, you know? And I miss talking to you. And I can't stop thinking of you. Reminds me of that, you know, cheesy pickup lines like, girl, are you tired? Because you've been running through my mind all night. You know, it's like that. That's them. You don't want me, trust me. For some of you guys, your masculine is still there. Sorry guys, kind of loud. I don't know how well you guys can hear that, but it's cattle trailers. Again, I have a lot of dairies around me, so I have trucks that just haul cattle trailers down the road, or horse trailers. You don't want me, trust me. Yeah, so for some of you guys, your person is still here, and they're letting you know that, like, right now, you don't want me. Like, work on yourself, love yourself, right? But this is, you know, the biggest energy is like, this is what they've been telling themselves, right? To basically protect themselves. They're not gonna want me. Most of all, they're afraid to, again, because most of you guys here, you haven't been in a real relationship with this person. Most of you guys here haven't even gotten to really deeply know one another. Yes, you know each other deeply already on, you know, the soul level, but like here in this incarnation, for most of you guys, you didn't spend a whole lot of time with this person. It didn't last very long with the two of you guys. You know, twin flames, then, you know, if it's a twin flame, then you guys only lasted, you know, it's that twin flame honeymoon phase of the first 3D reunion phase before separation. 3 months is pretty across the board from every client I work with, other people I speak to, other readers, and other, you know, spiritual people in the community that I know that are on their twin flame journeys. Like, across the board, it's a very common thing. You know, 3-5 months max-ish is like, you know, before the triggering happens, because the mirroring is already right happening, and the triggering happens very, very quickly. It's not something that, you know, happens on the twin journey 2 years in or something like that. It's not that at all. You have shared lifetimes together. So this is what they're like, again, you know, realizing in such a huge way what you guys are for each other. And I forget where I was going with that thing. Oh, because you guys haven't really gotten to know each other on deep, profound levels in this lifetime, right? And that's like what they're wanting to do, and that's what they're daydreaming about. And you guys too, like you guys want that too. You've always really wanted to, you know, connect and get deeper with this person because you knew what it was, right? I know that this is true love. My pride and my ego have held me back. Twin flame separation. One more. Two more is what it gave me. I'm an absolute fool for you. Every time I get this card, I hear, it's one of my favorite Alan Jackson songs. It's just like a fun song by Alan. And it's I'm a fool, fool, fool for you. And he's like, whatever you want, and I'll get it. And he goes, whatever you want, and I'll buy it. And he goes, I'll give you tall, tall trees and all the waters in the seas. I'm a fool, fool, fool for you. And that's literally, like, and it's just supposed to be like a funny, cute love song, you know, a little ditty that he made for his sweetheart, his wife. And they've been married since like 30-something years, almost 40 years or something like that, him and his wife. Maybe not that long, but they have grown daughters and, you know, all that, like, you know, but yeah. Hearts have healed from loss. Isn't that funny? How I said that earlier when I shuffled. And, ooh, I'm smelling, like baked chicken with paprika. It's like different seasonings, but I'm smelling the paprika very strongly, which is kind of funny because that's actually like, I think what I was gonna cook for dinner tonight was like a chicken breast with like, but I will usually do a little paprika. So I don't know if someone, you know, is cooking that or if it's just, I have no idea. No clue. I can't remember what came out with it, but it was the heart chakra card. And what I said was, it was the parts of them that needed to be healed, right? Like in the heart space, for this to even happen in you know, so many levels, it's been healed. This connection has extreme chemistry and deep love. There it is. Okay. So coming out of twin flame separation or just soulmate separation. All right, so I got messages, I got some oracle cards. Now I want to get just a message for the divine feminines or whoever is tuning in today. You know, because like I said, I have a lot of men on my channel that are only the DFs in these connections. That's it. That's all. You know, a lot of women who are the DM in their connections. I don't know how these like got over here, but I was just putting these cards back on the deck and I saw these two laying like randomly like on top of my little chimes. Okay. I am in deep regret and very sad. I am ready to manifest with you. I'll buy you tall, tall trees and all the waters in the sea. So that is what I have for you, my loves. And what I was just gonna get one card for the divine feminine. I want to get a message for the feminine. Where did I put? Oh, there it is. All right, here we go. Message from the angels, please, for the viewers today. So we will head over into the live card pulls as soon as I'm done with this message. I'll read the list to you guys. And the list is closed. Anyone who is on the list, or not anyone who's on the list, but as like if I'm reading and if anyone comes in and asks, if you guys can just let people know that the list is closed. or just every once in a while put a comment of it. Because there's got to be a way. I don't know. To put a comment, you know, like for me to like put a comment or pin a comment on the live chat, but I don't know. I finally figured it out on Instagram, but all right. So the card that came out is the inner child. Interesting. Okay, loves. See, and the inner child, the energy keeps coming through so strongly, right? And I've, you know, said this in readings recently and stuff, that the inner child is like screaming to have fun, to be nurtured and loved and held, to be told like you are safe and everything is okay, to love your inner child and nurture your inner child and take care of you and your inner child like you would your own child. Are you loving yourself? Are you feeding yourself enough? Like when I say that, I mean like, are you feeding yourself? You know, like we're adults, we get going, you know. I'm guilty of it too. Like, you know, I made myself a nice little like egg and bell pepper snack thing, and I baked it in my little air fryer oven thing or whatever this morning. Because I knew, and I'm bad at this, I don't do that. You know, I don't usually, I may have like a smoothie or make myself like a little protein shake or like a little smoothie bowl, like acai bowl or something like that, but rarely. Or like a little piece of avocado toast, you know, on like a everything bagel or something, like, you know, but I'm pretty bad at that. But I need more sustenance. I need nourishment for my vessel, because I know that I'm about to go real high in frequency, and I already am, and I already know what I personally am receiving, and you know, have the activations and things. And I know that my vessel is, and I'm also getting messages and signs, but I know that I need to take it seriously and, you know, take care of my vessel. So call to action for whoever that's for, right? Which is probably most of you guys. Nurture your inner child and begin to express the awesome beauty you hold within you. We live in a world where a formula exists for everything. Yet love and creativity have no formula. They do not need to be studied, just simply nurtured. Regularly set aside some time to just play. Okay, and the bottom of the deck is the prayer. Say a little prayer for me. Forever, forever, na, 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 right? Sister Act. I mean, I know it's a song that's wasn't made for Sister Act, but right? Wasn't that on Sister Act, the movie with Whoopi Goldberg and all that? Anyways, old movie, long time ago. Forever and ever. Anyways, say a little prayer for me. Many people in the collective, many of you guys, you've been, your prayers are answered, you know, like it's a confirmation, like you're wondering if like, it's like, you know that spirit hears you and you communicate with your guides and spirit and the angels and all that, but it's like you're wanting confirmation, like are you hearing my communication? Are you receiving my prayers and my communications and the things that I need help with and assistance with and guidance with? And the answer is yes. Your prayers are received. You're everything. We are with you. You're never alone. That's an illusion because we can't physically see our guides, right? Some people can. A lot of people get like the, it's almost like a hologram, you know, almost like, right? Because our spirit guides, like they're spirit guides, they are form and formless all at once. So the way I see them is very much like that, you know? But I've also had moments of like them coming in, you know, but anyways, just because we can't see them does not mean that they're there, right? It's about just feeling and knowing and trusting. Dear guardian angel, Help me to believe that all is possible through love. Help me manifest my dreams and live and inspire. And I'm gonna start that over because this is a good message. And Mercury retrograde is really sucking right now. Dear guardian angel, so this is a prayer for you guys to say, okay? And if you wanna like screenshot it, I don't know how you guys can see it, but. Dear guardian angel, help me to believe that all is possible through love. Help me manifest my dreams and live an inspiring and fulfilling life. Help me to feel God's presence in every moment. Help me feel eternally loved. Thank you for being always by my side. Okay? All right. So that is what I have for you, my loves. I hope that everyone enjoyed it and resonated. I hope it brought you some, you know, insight and healing in one way or the next. Confirmation. And now we're gonna get started with the personal live reads. If you are, you know, not on the list today, you're more, I mean, anyone who's here, they're more than welcome to hang out. You know, because we still are a collective. So oftentimes, right, other people's messages will resonate, or there could be bits and pieces, right? So anyways, more than welcome to hang out. And yeah, that's it. List is closed. I think I said that already. I don't know what decks I'm going to use for you guys today. So when I'm going to go just use the restroom really fast. I'm going to go before I get started because I have 21 people on the list, and I should be able to get through everybody today. I'm just really going to, those of you guys who have been with me for a while, like you may notice, you know, just through watching, but the difference, we're all rising and shifting, but recently, lately, my channeling has just been so powerful and strong. Like, cards definitely, I mean, they weren't needed before. Cards definitely not needed. Like, do not need the cards. Like, I just connect to your energy and I can see the shit. I can see the things. I can receive the things, right? But you guys may be seeing that difference too, maybe even my messages or my readings, where, because, you know, as we all ascend, everything ascends with us. We shift, right? So the channel energy, my energy, the messages, the words, my language, everything, like, right? So there was a reason why I was saying that. And it had to do with you guys and like your gifts and things of that nature. To trust in your gifts and intuition at this time, meaning, you know, I'll say it so many, you know, I've said it once, I'll say it again, that, you know, none of you guys need tarot readers on YouTube, right? None of us need that for, you know, we have that information already within. I totally get it, but, you know, and I'm not saying you guys need anybody in that sense, or you need me, you know, but I mean, like, you have all of these gifts and information, you know. We're all intuitive beings, you know, we all have telepathy and all that, being a soul, having a human experience, you know. You know, and we can tap into our gifts and whatnot, but not every single person, you know, is, you know, meant to be super psychic or, you know, receive prophetic stuff, or, you know, that's just not the case, right? So as we're rising, you're going to start seeing more and more of your gifts, what's stronger for you than the others, what's coming through, what keeps showing up, and trust in that, you know, trust in that, trust in yourself, trust in you, right? Of course, we'll be here, we'll always be here, you know. But I'm really big on spiritual independence in that way. Like, we are a community and a group and a family for sure, but I'm really big on, like like when you have questions for things, or you know, ask your guides for confirmation, you know, this feels off to me, or I saw something, you know, posted on Instagram about, I don't know, the government, you know, or aliens or whatever, you know, and this just feels like they're lying or something's off with it, you know, do some research, or tap in, you know, am I correct? Am I right? If I am, give me a confirmation, show me a sign of this today, or, you know, this word, let me hear this word or see this word today, or, you know, things of that nature. And they will always work with you. And this is how we strengthen our own spiritual selves and our gifts and, you know, our knowledge and all of that, right? Because we need you guys. Like, the spiritual community needs our light workers and star seeds. We need everyone to step up to bat. We need our team. Like, this is not a time where we're meant to like hide or you know, like, we are being called. It's time. We're stepping up. You know, so many people are being called to, you know, and that's why, you know, I did the tarot lessons and spiritual mentoring and things like that. And, you know, everyone that I'm working with, and, you know, they love it. And I wish that there was things like that for myself when, you know, I needed it, you know. But we're moving into a place where, you know, we are needing to utilize our gifts and our light and our light work in really big ways. We are the leaders and the way showers of the new earth. We are here and incarnated at this super fucking pivotal, epic, crazy, insane, prophetic time in Earth's history. It's not an accident. There's many light workers that are not incarnated on Earth at this time, that are in other dimensions, in other places. When they say chosen ones, you know, it's not like, right, like there was a panel of ascended masters, cosmic beings, the galactic council, and God or whatever, right? Being like, yeah, that one. Nope, yep, nope, yep, nope. It's the strongest, oldest souls, you know, and I'm not saying there's only old souls upon Earth at this time. It's the ones who carry the fucking power. Like, we are powerful. We are ancient, many of us. Right? And that's why, you know, and there's other reasons too, you know, but so know that. Know if you're here and you are a light worker, you are a star seed, and you have that divine call and that energy. It's really big deal. It's a really big deal. So we're all needed. We're all needed. And there's no mission that is less than or more than another. Everybody, and no matter what it is that you do here or will do, plays a pivotal part and a pivotal role in the new earth, in being the way shower and the leadership, the leaders for the new earth. We are the ones doing this and starting this, right? So, and it's rapidly shifting, and that's what I mean. That's what I mean. We need you, but like, we need to take care of ourselves, because what's going to come and the shifts and the change that's going to happen, we need to really be anchored in our light and unified as a unified people, as a unified light, you know? So anyways, more on that another time. So I'm going to go use the restroom just real fast. Psychic abilities on fleek. Yep. It's time to wake up. Time for us to step into our power. Yes. Yep. Oh, I got the chills. Yeah. So, you know, and that's why many of us too have struggled so deeply with being here on Earth at this time, because we are so ancient, we are so old, we are so powerful that we can see beyond everything on so many levels. I mean, I've always been like this. I've always been like this, even as a child, like to where like I could see through all the illusion, everything, and situations that would play out around me, or things of that nature, or, you know, like I remember like thinking, I remember like, you know, like all of our, you know, if you had married parents, or, you know, that, you know, they had arguments. My parents argued. They would get in these bickering, you know, little arguments and things, right? And I remember being able to tune into that and see it for what it really was. And it wasn't like super negative. What it was like I could see through to the inner child of both my parents, you know, and I'm like, you know, 6, 7, 8 years old, or 10 years old, or whatever, you know, but I could see, oh, like that's, you know, and I probably didn't like say those words, you know, but what I knew what it was a form of projecting. And I knew that it came from pain, from wounds, from core stuff, that it's like I could see that that's not really you. This is stuff that's happened to you that's making you, you know, act like this, or say that, or this, or that, or the other. And this is for everything and everyone in all situations, you know. So very being able to see through the stuff, and you guys too. That's what I mean. With friendships, relationships, lovers, you know, jobs, like school, like we had a really difficult time with a lot of it just being like, you know, conforming or whatever, because that's not us. Like, and we knew it. We knew it wasn't right? So anyways, again, more superpowers. So I'm going to go use the restroom. I had some of my watermelon juice, like that much. And, and I need to grab my charger. Okay, grab my charger. But anyways, I just dumped my water in here. So it's like watered down watermelon juice, but still tastes good. So there was a comment that I saw. I don't remember who it was. Well, it's probably way up. That's okay. Oh, I love that, Monica. I have fallen in love with me through this, and always send him so much love. Yeah. That's what it's all about. Cameron L., you are amazing. Thank you for all you're doing. You are so welcome, my love. You're so welcome. You're amazing too. You guys all are. The squirrels are in the forest. I don't know what that's about, but but I don't know. It's something funny. Yes, spread love and positivity. Absolutely. All right. Alex, I'm wearing blue today. Yeah, Alex. That's funny. See, I knew someone would be wearing those colors. So, all right. Oh, sorry, my love. Yeselyn. My sweet Yeselyn. Yeah, honey. I already have 21 people on the list. And that was, like, I had the full list before I even, you know, like right when I came on. So, you know, if anyone did, like once I started, you know, that's why I always say ask first. Because, you know, you never know. Like sometimes I come on and like I'll have like 4 or 5 more spots, and sometimes it's completely full, you know. This one, it's because the energy is so powerful. I knew it was going to be like that too, which is, you know, why I got the call. Because I was just going to do a full moon reading, you know. I was just going to do a full moon message for you guys. And then it was like, no, you know, do a live, do a collective message, and then do the card pulls. But I knew that the list was going to go quickly and fill up fast because of how strong the energy is, and everyone is really wanting to get messages and things. So like I said, maybe what I'll do is, I don't know, maybe Friday afternoon, I'll come live for a few hours or something like that after my work day and do some, you know, card pulls. And I do need to, I need to go live on my Instagram for the collective over there. And some of you guys do follow me there too. So, you know, there's a, you know, you could always get another reading there, or if you didn't get on the list here, you can, you know, so, and I'll probably do that this weekend, over the weekend, go live over on Instagram on my IG, which is Gypsy Cowgirl Tarot. I'm the only Gypsy Cowgirl Tarot in the world, and it is Gypsy Cowgirl Tarot, not Gypsy Cowgirl _ tarot or anything like that. That is meta verified with the blue check mark. So, you know, I don't know how all that works, but I do own the Gypsy Cowgirl Tarot name, you know. I know a lot of readers don't own their, you know, the rights to that name and things like that, you know, but scammers are just, they're just crazy, you know, they're crazy, you know, so I'm like, go ahead. Try to, yeah, I just feel bad for anyone who's ever been duped by the scammers or whatever, you know, but it'll all be returned back to whoever gets duped by scammers, and then that bad negative karma, that, you know, that will go back to the person, the scammer. It all balances out on some level. But like if you are someone who, you know, any business that you start or anything that where you have an entity name or whatever, you know, they call it the entity. That's why big corporations, it's an entity. It actually is. There's symbolisms and stuff, right? That's literally what they call it. Definitely, you know, own, you know, your name, basically is what I'm saying. Because, yeah, if anyone tries to do anything, you could sue the shit out of them. Not that that's something that we strive to do, but, you know, I'm like, if they're scammers, I'm assuming they don't have very much money, or, you know, it's like, what are you going to sue them for? But the only way that that would ever happen for me is if something like really big happened or whatever, you know. But anyways, I've had 2 opportunities throughout my lifetime. One, I should have done it, but because I didn't do it, I know that all that karma is coming back to me in a really big way. And I think I've shared this with you guys before, but when I was working for MAC Cosmetics, and I was working at the Macy's, my first job with MAC, I started at a Macy's counter, MAC Cosmetics in Macy's. I was deeply injured by a table that they had posted up against the wall while they were doing construction, and it was like a huge steel like Macy's table, and I was walking in for my shift like down the corridor, and the table just like is literally just wrong place, wrong time. It like fell backwards and just like crushed me, like twisted my foot all around. Like it was bad. It was really bad. And everybody was like, it's Macy's, Erica, like sue them. Plus they're in the wrong. Plus now you can't work. You're on workman's comp, which workman's comp, if you've ever been on workman's comp, it's BS. Like they give you only a percentage of what you actually make. And like, you know, and I was like 19 years old, 20 years old. And I was like couldn't pay my rent, like was having trouble with my bills. My boyfriend at the time, you know, like all these things happened because of what happened, and they were in the wrong. But something inside of me was like, no, like, don't do that. Don't do that. Even though you have every right to do it. Like, people thought I was out of my damn mind. My parents were like mad at me. They were like, we can't make you because, you know, you are an adult. Like, you know, but this is crazy. You know, it was like that. Because it was like, I probably could have gotten like millions of dollars from Macy's, you know. My aunt's a lawyer. Like, she's, you know, everyone was like, that's, you know, but anyways, I didn't. I was guided even then not to do it, and I'm glad that I didn't. Okay, again, I don't know the reasons or the rhyme for it, but I do know that anything that was unjust or that was not, you know, that was supposed to come back to me, it'll come back. It'll come back, right? So I didn't lose anything. Anyways, I don't know why I'm sharing that. I just always share things with you guys. So I'll be right back, and then we will get going. What is the date today? The 30th? Yeah, it is. All right. And that way. I was gonna try to, oh, you know what? I don't have my Lord Ganesh in here. That's okay. There we go. I'll put the amethyst wand. Get some good vibes while I'm gone. Alrighty, so the list today is, number 1 is Victoria Coker, 2 is Sandy K, 3 is Carly T, 4 is Valdish, 5 is Mayrette, 6 Cindy Lopez, 7 is Amala, 8 Jade Twyman, I don't want to say that wrong. 9 is Nicole Hill, 10 Nisha, 11 Amanda Richbell, 12 is Crystal C, 13 is Deja, 14 Wanda S, 15 is Alex Sheen, 16 Lauren Meyer, 17 Emily Green, 18 is Susan, 19 is Marianne Masso, 20 is Corey DeLuca, and 21 is Ashley Anderson. All right, so that is everyone I have. I am really digging this natural lighting because I always have my ring light, and I do have the ring light back here, but it's so bright in here with the natural light. Literally, like the sun's right out here, just like beaming while I read. So cool. Means the energy is gonna be, like, for me, more powerful because it's like getting charged up with the solar rays over here, the light codes. All right, so what do I want to use for you guys? All right. Today I'm going to use Intuit Oracle. Of course, always tarot. And I want to use these. Yeah. All right. Sorry, Liz. I had to tune in to the to the energies. All right. So Victoria, for Victoria. For Victoria. Immediately though, Victoria, I got something about like a grandmother or a grandmother energy that's with you. So, you know, oftentimes, you know, the soul of a grandparent, or, you know, like you don't have to like be deceased to have like a, you know, the soul come through, or to be with you or whatever, you know, like it could be their higher self coming through or things like that. You know, I've worked with many clients where it's like that, you know, where I'm like, you know, there's a grandmother or someone comes through, you know, but it's like their oversoul or higher selves, and they have messages or they come, you know, like that. So, but this feels like someone who is on the other side, like per se, okay? And it feels like kind of what I'm getting is a recent accomplishment. I don't know what that would be. Okay, this could also be something that's about to happen in your life, Victoria, but it feels like it's something that you overcame. And they're saying like, you know, I'm very proud. This was such an accomplishment. This could also be just celebratory energy for something that positive that happened as well. So let's see. Cosmic power. And then Mamba Jambo. Shine. Funny too, because Mamba Jambo, she's like, she's a tree. She's the tree spirit energy, right? But that's like about like the lineage and the roots and your family and ancestry and, you know, all of that. So that's what I'm kind of getting here, okay? So ancestor energy is showing up very strongly for you. It's time to shine your light. Cosmic power. Mawa Lisa. The name Lisa could be relevant. I don't know. That's actually my grandmother's name. One of my grandmother's names. Notice the masculine and feminine energy, the cosmic power here. For me, what this message is about is the universe is conspiring, whatever, to bring you and a masculine energy together here. See the sun and the moon? It's like the sun and the moon unite. Feminine and masculine unite. And it does feel like here that you are waking up more and more to your cosmic energies, meaning like your gifts and all that. But this does feel like that could be the accomplishment, and that could be the celebratory energy is like you don't see it yet, and it's not like maybe happening yet in your 3D, but it's like going to and about to. Okay, and this grandmother energy or ancestor guide or whoever, they are just, I don't know, they're with you. They've seen you through struggles. Again, it feels like someone who you've known. Yeah, see, someone who's like from your past life, a soulmate energy who watches over you. But this is also what I just got done saying. Literally, a boy and a girl and a woman and a man. Like, you can't make it up. Blessed with gifts. Yeah, there's going to be things just like picking up in your life. It just feels like, oh my gosh, thank you. Like, I can't believe this is happening for me. Like, whoa, like the readings I've been watching said this was going to happen, you know, whether it's collective or something like this, right? You're going to see it happen in the 3D. Like, that's what I mean. You're going to witness this happening, and it's going to be so powerful for you. Because it's going to be like, holy shit, like I felt this and saw this and got confirmations and signs about this coming down from the 3D, I mean from the 5D down to into my reality, and here it is. Past life soulmate energy here showing up. Okay, so the first card out was 32. All right, this is a play on numbers, mirrored energy. 32, now 23. See, the things that are keeping you feeling like all tied up, or like you're struggling in ways or things like that, okay, that's what I'm getting with like the ancestor energies, that they've been really watching you through these situations, through these tie-ups, through these like little struggles and all that, right? A conundrum, tangled, hassles, problems, complicated circumstances. Now I do feel that whoever you're connecting to or whatever, either you or them were in a complicated circumstance. Again, things are starting to open up, and you know, it's not so much of that like chaotic energy. It's like more of like getting things under control, you know, organizing, getting things in order, you know, releasing yourselves from, you know, whatever's tying you up, you know, like undoing the ties or the chains. Let's just get one more on that. If there is anyone around you that's, you know, is like a gaslighter or strings you along, whether it's romantically or anything like that, a friend, a family member, like, I'm getting like it's time for boundaries. Okay? And then you have card number 26, which is the book. That speaks of memories, things that have been hidden, right? Opening up to the, you know, when you open the book, you open it up and then you read the book, right? You open it up and then you receive information from the book, a story, nonfiction, fiction, you know, it could be, right? Educational, a book in school, right? But the whole point is that it's something you learn, it's something you read, it's something that you receive, absorb, obtain, you know? Someone is opening up to you. That's what this is. Someone who's been all tied up about opening up. They want to open up. They want to reveal things that have been hidden in this book. Okay? But this is also about you opening up more to your book of life, to your Akashic records, your ancestors, your guides, spirit, grandmother. They're like walking you through this and helping you through this. Okay? I'm getting like wanting to discover more of who you've been. Many people are being called to that. So they're giving you signs, clues, dropping hints, like they're showing you the things that you want to know is my point. So keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. because you're going to be seeing things, you're going to be receiving things, and it's going to be messages for you, very strong messages for you, okay? And again, I do feel that maybe whoever this masculine energy is, this past life soulmate energy or whoever, it's like they're coming through and letting you know, like, I'm working things out on my end. I'm trying not to, I'm getting myself unraveled from these, you know, hassles and problems, you know. I'm unraveling it. I'm not unraveled myself, maybe a bit, but I'm handling it is what I get, okay? All right, so that's what the full moon energy is, you know, kind of helping you with, and what's going on around this time is what I want to say. Okay, Sandy, number 2. Sandy K. All right, let's start with this one for Sandy. Sandy. I'm seeing rainbows. Rainbows are like, you know, divine intervention, as above, so below, destiny, serendipity, you know, all that good stuff. You're probably seeing rainbows yourself, or hearing, like, you know, I don't know, seeing the word rainbow, seeing rainbows. Gang Sarah. All right, so the name Sarah could be relevant, I don't know. Card number 22, though, it's a master number, 1111. Resistance, again with this like elderly type energy, ancestor energy with the tree here. I feel like this is you, though. I mean, yeah, it's symbolic of your ancestry and ancestors and, you know, guides or whatever, but this is about you. This is about the versions of you, who you've been, you know, the different arms. For me, it's like the different versions of yourself, okay? There's something with that too. There's resistance here, and what I'm getting is like you're being guided to like take some time and like reflect and just like tune in and like meditate, quiet your mind, kind of get yourself into that very calm, meditative, lucid state, and set the intention to see and welcome in and open up to your past lives, to yourself, like anything that wants to come through, things that you feel, see. Do you see yourself like, you know, in different eras? Do you see yourself dressed in certain ways? Do you see yourself doing certain things around people? And, you know, what does it look like around you? You know, things like that. Now, and trusting what you see, because what I immediately got was, I do that, but like, I don't know if that's my imagination, or if I do that, I feel like you've done this before, but if I do that, is it my imagination? Like, am I making that up? And this is what I mean. It's about trusting yourself and what you're being shown, because it's not, it could seem a little crazy, but I mean, seeing ourselves like that, it is crazy from our past lives, right? Trusting it. Spirit is helping you right now with resistance in yourself and in your manifestations, in your life, in your journey. The coffin card, which is like the death card. Okay, so I feel that the resistance is around specifically loss, like someone, something, a situation, something that you lost, or something that was like a lover, or sorry, I have to fix my lips. A lover, or yeah, I think this is something like that, like an old love or a situation where you felt very defeated. This person made you feel very like just unimportant to, you know, like it's like you were at this point still in your karmic energies and you were seeking validation, and this person refused to give you validation. They just hurt you like that, right? That's what I'm getting. Okay, so again, I don't know who this person is or how long ago this happened to you or what the situation is. This is something from your past that has created resistance, and it's like they're helping you to clear this right now, okay? And this full moon energy, the reason why it's coming through right now with this message is because the full moon is release. It's about releasing things. So I think you're releasing these big parts of self and of your stories and of your past that are going to bring super huge amounts of healing to you, but it's going to help you clear resistance and allow things to just flow in and allow you to be more in the flow. See, resistance, battling it out. 5 of Wands. This is like the inner battle though. This is the inner battle, inner conflict. Let's get one more on that. Page of Wands. Moving forward victoriously in your life. Okay? This could have happened like, you know, in your younger years or whatever, but you know, this for me also is representative of spirit guides, the 2 cardinals. These are birds of heaven with you as you reflect back, heal, and release these older parts of self at this time. Okay, so I think I got a card for everything. Let's get one more on this, because I'm also getting here that a lot of this is happening for your, you know, just for your ascension and journey overall, but a lot of this is happening because you have someone here